We had this little idea of a pellet furnace, and then we had this idea of a pellet grill. It was kind of the after-hours type project for me, and now the fact that we have not only the Grilla, we have 3 other grills and probably more coming, and now we're actually in the heart of barbecue and have a store in Texas. It's mind-boggling, quite frankly. It's fun. So what we often hear with the food coming off these grills is that the average Joe, like me, that's not a good cook, can throw some food in there, throw some pellets in these, set the temperature, and produce some amazing food. I get complimented all the time when I take my chimp down to the marina, and they're like, man, how did you do that? Well, I just basically poured in some pellets, threw in some food, a little bit of rub, and then let the grill do the work. And I think that's why people are just absolutely in love with these grills. So what we found right away is customer service is number 1, and then build quality is a tight number 2. So one of the things we did when we first started building these grills, we had to make sure they're built strong. We come from an automotive background. We know things have to last. So we started with 1/4-inch stainless steel cooking grates as a standard for all of our grills, and then followed that up with good customer service was critical for us. Talking to customers is seriously important. If there's a question, if they got concerns, the ability to talk to someone right away is key, and man, that really helped us explode with our customer base. We had a well-rounded lineup already, but people they had the Silverback and they wanted to take it with them. They wanted to go camping with it. So obviously the Chimp was next, and we wanted to make sure it was right. We didn't want to come to the industry, just race to have the next grill out there. So we spent a lot of time on the legs, probably 4 months on just the legs, getting those things to lock in. And the new Alpha Smoke controller is phenomenal. And we wanted to be one of the first to offer that dual mode controller. So you had the choice. Do you want type temperature, or do you don't care as much about that and you want more smoke flavor? You can pick whichever one you want. And we thought that was just a great option, and had tons of people that love that. We had to quickly adapt to the growth that we've seen. So we have to back that up with customer service. Try to hire within and give people here opportunities. And our latest hire in the customer service is actually one of the guys in the back that does all the inspections.
When I help somebody out and it solves their issue, and they kind of just say, hey, thanks for helping me with this, that, or another, you know, that's what I like about it.
The Silverback AT, or the all-terrain, basically what we found is people had their Silverbacks, they loved them, but to move it across gravel or grass, it can be challenging. It's got 3-inch rubber wheels, and it does a pretty good job on concrete and pavers, but we have these people also that took these to these competitions, which I've been to as well, and a lot of these are in fields, they're in gravel parking lots, and so people were saying, hey man, do you have any type of cart that you can make that we can set this on? Of course, we have our laser centers here, and we made a couple prototypes and added extra holes for bungee straps. We actually made some holes up top to tie down in your trailer. They started taking off. People are like, man, this is really handy. And the fact now that we can offer that package is going to be awesome, and I think it's going to be one of our best sellers. So we're super excited about the new store we have in Texas. First, one of the big critical points was who's going to staff this building. So Jeremy was one of our key guys here, and when we started talking about this whole Dallas option, Jeremy is actually from that area, and like, man, I would love to go down there. So that was actually a very key point in making this decision, because it always comes down to people. So the store, we kind of mimic what we got in the back here with a pergola, with a jungle feel to it. This one's going to have a 25-foot kitchen bar. We're going to have a big 80-inch screen behind there so we can actually do classes there, which should be fantastic. We hope to get some pit masters from out of town, or local pit masters come in, and we do, 30, 40 people can come and get trained on how to cook a brisket, how to trim a brisket, and it's right off the highways. I mean, the location is amazing, so it should be a great spot to grow in, and we're super excited to have that new store. We have the What the Cluck rub just came out. Continue to try to add things to our lineup. So everybody always asks us about the Wi-Fi, and in the beginning, it was one of those things for me. It's always about KISS, keep it simple, stupid, and I didn't want to overcomplicate the grill. But I also realized that consumers ask for it, you have to change, and so Wi-Fi is something we're definitely working on. It's got some awesome new features that I'm excited about. It looks like it's going to be fully retrofittable into the current grills and the past grills, which is what we always try to do. Probably could be released this summer, but fall probably, just because we're going to make sure it's right before it comes to the market. what's the next step for Grilla Grills? And we want Grilla Grills to be more than just grills at some point. We want to be a lifestyle type company. So we're looking at other options too. What else is there for us to do? And people in their backyard, people want to stay home and eat healthy and be around friends and family. So the whole family feel of the barbecue community. I mean, who doesn't like backyard barbecue and friends, man? And so that's an incredibly fun part of this business.